Yeah, today we are uploading Java programming part 9 of 33. Java programming part 9 of 33. So far we have published 8 parts of Java programming. So today we are uploading Java programming part 9 of 33. Fine. So now in this session we here discuss control statements. You know what is control statements? The major category of control statements in Java is if and switch. The if else statement you are familiar and the switch statement also you have heard. So we are now discussing this if and switch concepts. Okay. See, the simplest form of if is simply an if else block. If block followed by an else block. That is the simplest form of if. There is also another form, if else if ladder. The if else if ladder. That is also a very commonly used construct. If else if ladder. See, another control statement is the switch statement. It is called the switch statement. And switch statement is nothing but a multi-way branching statement. It's a multi-way branching statement. That's very important. Switch is actually a multi-way branching statement. And after that, we are discussing the iteration or iteration statements or the looping constructs in Java. The looping constructs in Java. What are the looping constructs in Java? As you know, it is for loop, for, then while and do while. There are three looping constructs. See, the simple form is actually the most commonly used form is the for loop, and then the while loop, and then the do while loop. There is difference between while and do while. All those things will be evident from the examples that follow. Lot of examples are given in every session. Fine. Now we will just go through the detailed session of these control statements all and with the examples and looping constructs with the examples, etc., etc. Fine. Now we will just part 5 control statements. We are now dealing with what is called control statements. Java supports two selection statements, if and switch. What are they? If and switch. These statements allow you to control the flow of your program's execution based upon conditions known only during runtime. Only during runtime. Look, if in bracket condition statement 1 semicolon, else statement 2 semicolon. So if in brackets condition, if a specific condition is satisfied, statement 1 semicolon, else statement 2. Fine. If the condition is true, then statement 1 is executed, full stop. Otherwise, statement 2, if it exists, is executed. In no case will both statements be executed. That's very important to observe. In no case will both statements be executed. Fine. Very simple. The if else if ladder. What is it? The if else if ladder. Look. A common programming construct that is based upon a sequence of nested ifs is the if else if ladder. It looks like this. If else if ladder. It looks like this. Look. If in bracket condition. Then next statement semicolon. Else if again in bracket condition statement again. Next else if condition again statement etc etc else statement semicolon. So each time see statement, then we have the semicolon, statement semicolon, statement semicolon, finally else statement semicolon. Fine. It's a very simple if else ladder, if else if ladder. Fine. We'll come to when we discuss an example, it will be very clear to you. Next is an example on this. Now we are coming with a new package. And into this new package, you are adding a set of programs. Okay, fine. Now this package is actually my package is 03. See, I added it here. My package 03. Look. How to add a new package? Go to our directory 1. This one. Just double right click. Go to new. Come down to package. Look. See, now comes. So the package, whatever package you want, I have made my package 03. You can just write whatever you want in the source folder. Our source folder is 1, ONE1. So in the source folder, so and so package, whatever you are telling here, whatever you are writing here, it will be created. Just cancel it. So that is the way to create a new package. Just like how we are creating a new class. So a package also we can create like this. But in this time we have to see that the package is created in the source folder. In the source folder, let's say, like here it is 1, like that. It's very simple a process. I will cancel it. Now look. Now, so into this package, my package 03, we are now creating another class. Look. For that again, you know the process. Click this package name. Right click the package name. Then go to new, come to class. Yeah. This time we are creating a class by name if else. What is it? If else. You write if else here. Then along with that you please click this public static void main string args. This is very important because then only we will be getting the generated code static void main string args. Okay, fine. I think the process is very simple and you know it very well. Now look, I will just close it. So now we will go to the program. Fine. Package, my package 03, semicolon. Look, some comments I have put. Consider the following example program on if-else ladder. If-else ladder. You know the if-else ladder. Then call this file as ifelse.java. The file name is ifelse.java. What does it mean? The class that we are going to create is if-else. So look, public class if-else. Public class if-else. Next line, open the brace. Next, we are calling the main function, public static void main, in bracket string args, close the bracket. Open the brace, then int, we are actually declaring a variable of type int. See, test to score, it's initialized with say 75, semicolon. Int, the name of the variable is test to score, is initialized with a variable, the int variable 75, semicolon. Then another variable char, named grade, again semicolon. Grade is of type char, again semicolon. Two variables, one is of int, the other is of char. Fine, now we are going to check the if-else ladder. Look, if test score is greater than or equal to 90, close the bracket, open the brace, grade is equal to A, capital A, semicolon. Within capital A, we have kept within single quote, then semicolon. Next, close the brace. Then, else if, look, if already we have checked, else if, in bracket, test score is greater than or equal to 80. Open the brace like this. Then grade is equal to B, capital B, semicolon. Again, next, close the brace. Again, continue. Else if test score is greater than or equal to 70, close the bracket. Then open the brace. Next, grade is equal to C, that is C within single quote, semicolon. Again, close the brace. Then again you are using the else if. Else if test score is greater than or equal to 60, close the bracket. Open the brace. Grade is equal to D, capital D, semicolon. D is in single quote, semicolon. Again, next, close the brace. Now last, else. There is no else if. Look, else. Open the brace. Grade is equal to F. That is, again within single quote, close the semicolon. Then close the brace. Then system.out.println in bracket. Grade is equal to, that which is within double quote, plus grade. Close the bracket, put semicolon. Okay, close the brace at this point for the main function, public static void main. That is now coming to an end at this point. And this is the end of the definition of our class if else. The class if else definition is coming to an end at this point. That means the program has come to an end at this point. Fine. It's very, very simple program, an if else ladder. Now everything we have checked. Now we will just run it by clicking here. Run if else. Yeah, you are getting grade is equal to C. Because our mark test score is 75. And if it is greater than 70, greater than or equal to 70, that grade is C. See the C we have got. Now we will just look, let us change this 75 to say 95. I am now changing to 95. Okay. Now we will check what is the grade. So the grade is now A. Because the grade is A, greater than or equal to 90, the grade is equal to A. Now again, one more, we will just change the grade to say 50. We have made the grade now 50. Test score we have made 50. Let us now check. See, now we are getting grade is equal to F. Why? Because greater than or equal to 60, grade is D. But else, that means if it is less than 60, the grade is F. That means fail. F for fail. So that's it. So system.println grade is equal to the given grade. So that is it. Very simple program. I will again come back to our original situation. 75. And we have checked it against the score. See, grade is equal to C. Like that. You change this test score to different values. You will be getting different grade according to this gradation. The gradation is already given here. Greater than or equal to 90, greater than or equal to 80, greater than or equal to 70, greater than or equal to 60, etc. So that's it. It's a very, very simple program. Fine. Now we will just come to an end. Yeah, now we are coming out with another program from if else only. This time also it is from if else. This time the name of the class is if else 2. Class if else 2. And this program also we are keeping in the same package, namely my package 03. My package 03. Okay. In my package 03, we are keeping one more program, or we are keeping or adding one more class. You know the process of adding a class in a given package. Okay. All those things are very much familiar to you. So I don't want to again repeat it. Okay, fine. Package, my package 03, semicolon. Some comments I have put. Look. One more example from if else follows. One more example from the same concept of if else follows. Call this file as ifelse2.java. Ifelse2.java. What does it mean? The class that we are going to create is of name ifelse2. Look, public class ifelse2. Because of that, the file name is ifelse2.java. Fine. So public class ifelse2. Next line, open the brace. Next, we are actually in this function, in this program, we are actually using one additional function other than the main. Before the main, we are actually defining one function by name test. The name of the function is test. And this function is a static function. This is a static function. There is very specific purpose for using a static function. I will explain that later. Now look, this function's name is static int. Int is the return type, test. It takes two arguments, both are of type int. In bracket, int test val, comma, int target, close the bracket. So the name of this function is test. It's a static function. Its return type is int. It takes two arguments of type int. One is int test val, comma, int again target. Two arguments, one is test val, the other is target. Both are of type int. Close the bracket. Then open the brace. It's a very simple function by name test. But keep in mind it's a static function. I will explain what is the reason for static. Then if, in bracket, if test val greater than target. There are two arguments, test val and target. So if test val greater than target, close the bracket, then next line, return plus 1, semicolon, return plus 1. Else if, look, else if, in bracket, test val less than target, close the bracket, return minus 1. In this case, return minus 1, semicolon. Else, return 0. Else return 0. That is, if they match. So there are two arguments. One is test val and the other is target. One is test val, the other is target. So we are actually comparing these two, test val and target, with either actually whether it is greater than or less than or both are otherwise equal. We will come to that. Okay, if test val greater than target, return plus 1. Else if test val less than target, return minus 1, semicolon, okay. Else return 0, fine. Then close the brace. This is the closing brace for the test function. For the function test, this is the closing brace. This is actually checking the conditions of test val and target, whether it is greater or less or equal, all those things. But what I have said is, see, yeah, this is static. We are actually using static. I will again come to that. So after this, so this function test is fully defined. Next comes our main function, public static void main in bracket string args. Now the main function is called. This was one simple function by name test, but it's a static function. Its return type is int. Already I have explained it. Now next is our main function, public static void main in bracket string args. Close the bracket, open the brace. System.out.println in bracket test. We are calling the function test in bracket 10, 5. Close the bracket, semicolon. So first we are calling the function test with the values 10 and 5. For test value 10 and target it is 5. Again, next. System.out.println again in bracket. We are calling the function test. Test in bracket 5, 10. Close the bracket, semicolon. Put a semicolon. Then system.out.println in bracket test 5, 5. Close the bracket, put semicolon. Then this is the closing brace. So there are three calls for test. Look at the value, look at the function called test. We are passing the test val as well as target. See, there is a point. Since the function test is static, the function test is static, we can invoke it directly without the help of an instance as we do in object-oriented calls. See, in object-oriented calls, we always do. We actually make a call to a function in association with an object. Object.function. That is the normal syntax in object-oriented languages. All object-oriented languages, for that matter. Whether it is C++ or Java, whatever be. The object-oriented call is always object.function. But if you are keeping the keyword static like this, you can actually directly call the function. That's why here, look, test, we are actually directly called the test function. That's why, since the function test is static, we can invoke it directly without the help of an instance, as we do in object-oriented calls. Object-oriented calls, it's always done in association with an instance or in association with an object. Look. And then this is the closing brace for the main, and this is the closing brace for the class if-else2 definition. If-else2 definition is now coming to an end at this point. That means the program is coming to an end at this point. Now look, some more comments I have put. Normally, in object-oriented languages, any call is accomplished using the typical syntax object.function. Object.function. It's a very important concept in object-oriented languages. Object.function. But if we are keeping the static keyword in front of the function, you can call the function directly without dotting it with an object. See, but if you are keeping the static keyword in front of the function, you can call that function directly without dotting it with an object. See, we have kept the static keyword in front of the function test. That is the reason why we could call the function like this: test in bracket 10 comma 5, then test in bracket 5 comma 10, and test in bracket 5 comma 5. Look, the output, everything is now fine. See, you just run it. Yeah, plus 1, then minus 1, 0. In the first call, 10 is greater than 5. That's it. Test value is greater than target. So 10 is greater than 5. So plus 1. In the next case, the test value is 5 and target is 10. So 5 is test value is less than target. Test value 5 is less than 10. So we are getting minus 1. And in the last call, test value 5 comma 5, both are same. They match. Both test value as well as target match. They are actually equal. So that's the next possibility, either greater than or less than, otherwise both are equal. So in the case when test value has become equal to target, we are getting the value output as 0. We are getting the output as 0. So that's it. Plus 1, minus 1, 0. Fine. It's a very simple problem. It's a very simple problem where we have used if, else if, ladder again, if, else if, else. Fine, I think it's very simple to, it's very, very simple. Okay, I think it's very clear and we can just close the program at this point. Again, I will come back to static and all that once we discuss object-oriented concepts in detail later in the course. Now I will come to close. Yeah, switch statement in Java. Switch statement. You are familiar with switch statement in other languages. Okay, yeah. We have the switch statement in Java also. The switch statement is a multi-way branch statement. It's a multi-way branch statement. It provides an easy way to dispatch execution to different parts of code based on the value of the expression. Basically, the expression can be type, short, char, and int primitive data types. Beginning with JDK 7, it also works with enumerator types, in bracket enum in Java, enums in Java, the string class and wrapper classes. The string class and wrapper classes also. Some important rules for switch statement. Some rules regarding switch statement. Look. See, duplicate case values are not allowed. Duplicate case values are not allowed. The value for a case must be the same data type as the variable in the switch. The value for a case must be a constant or a literal. Variables are not allowed. The value for a case must be a constant or a literal. Variables are not allowed. Look, the break statement is used inside the switch to terminate a statement sequence. Then look, the break statement is optional. If omitted, execution will continue on into the next case. It will continue on to the next case. Finally, the default statement is optional and it must appear at the end of the switch. Fine. At the end of the switch. Fine. Yeah, we are coming out with a program from switch case statement in Java. Look, it is switch case statement. We are using the same package, mypackage03, for this program also. Look, package, mypackage03, semicolon. You know how to include a new class in a given package. The procedure, the formalities of incorporating a new class inside a given package is well known to you. So I don't have to again repeat the process. So I am coming directly into the program. Package, mypackage03, semicolon. Now look, some comments I have put. Consider the following Java program. It declares an int named day whose value represents a day from 1 to 7. A day from 1 to 7. A weekday from, it has got 7 days, 1 to 7. Full stop. The code displays the name of the day, comma, based on the value of day, comma, using the switch statement. Using the switch statement. Look. Java program to demonstrate switch case with primitive, that is int data type. A primitive, that means an int data type. Look. Call this file as switchtest.java. Switchtest.java. What does it mean? The class that we are going to create is by name switch test. See, let us see. Public class switch test. That's why the file name is switchtest.java. Switchtest.java. Hence we have the class public class switch test. Then next open the brace. After that we are calling the function main function. Public static void main in bracket string args. Close the bracket. Open the brace. Then int day is initialized with 5 semicolon. Then string day string semicolon. So a variable day string of type string and a variable day of type int, both are initialized. Int day is initialized with 5 and string day string is declared. A string of type, day string which is of type string is declared. Okay, fine. Now look, switch statement with int data type. Switch statement with int data type. Switch in bracket day. Switch in bracket day. Open the brace. Now look, case 1 colon. Day string is equal to Monday. Monday is with double quote, semicolon. Next line, break, semicolon. Then case 2 colon. Day string is equal to Tuesday within double quote. Then semicolon. Next line, break, semicolon. Then case 3 colon. Day string is equal to Wednesday within double quote. Then put semicolon. After that, break, semicolon. Then case 4 colon. Day string is equal to Thursday within double quote. Semicolon. Next line, break, semicolon. Next case 5 colon. Day string is equal to Friday within double quote. Then semicolon. Next line, break, semicolon. Next case 6 colon. Day string is equal to Saturday within double quote. Semicolon. Next line, break, semicolon. Finally, case 7 colon. Day string is equal to Sunday, that is within double quote, semicolon, break, next break, semicolon. Default colon. Day string is equal to, see, we have mentioned invalid day, semicolon. Next line, break, semicolon. Okay, then this is the closing brace. After that, system.out.println in bracket day string. Close the bracket, semicolon. Next line, close the brace. This closing brace is for the static void main, for the main class, for the main function, sorry, for the main function. This is the closing brace. And this is the closing brace for the main function. And finally, this is the closing brace for the class by name switch test. The definition of the switch test class is coming to an end at this point, and this is the end of the program. The program has come to an end. A very simple program, a switch case statement. Now what we will do, we will just save everything, just we will click. See, we have got the output as Friday. Our day was equal to 5. So corresponding to 5 we have Friday. Day is Friday. If you want to change to say 5 to, let us change it to 7. Let us change it to 7. Now we will save it and then we will again run. Yeah. We are getting Sunday. Look, 7 is actually corresponding to 7. We have got Sunday. Like that, you change any of the day values from 1 to 7, you will be getting different day values from Monday to Sunday. It's a very simple program, nothing serious or nothing wonderful in this. So this is a typical switch case statement from Java. Fine, I will come to an end. Yeah, the following program is also from switch case statement. We are using the same syntax of switch case. So this program is actually named switch test 2. Switch test 2. This is also from switch case only. Look, we are using the same package, my package 03. For this program also, we are using the same package, my package 03. See, package, you know how to incorporate a new class into the given package. All those things are very much well known to you. Okay. So we will directly go into the program. See, package, my package 03, semicolon. Look. Now next, some comments I have put. We will go through that. Omitting the break statement in switch. Here in this program, we have actually, in some parts of the program, we have omitted the break statement. We have omitted the break statement from the switch statement. Note, the break statement is optional. The break statement is optional. If you omit the break, comma, execution will continue on into the next case. It is sometimes desirable to have multiple cases without break statements between them. It's absolutely, it is sometimes desirable to have multiple cases without break statements between them. For example, consider the updated version of the above program. And it also displays whether a day is a weekday or a weekend day. So an additional information like whether a day is a weekday or a weekend day also is displayed in this program. Yeah, fine. It's a very simple program. Look. See, Java program to demonstrate switch case with multiple cases without break statements. Call this file as switchtest2.java. Switchtest2.java. Fine. This time we are calling the class name as switchtest2.java. So we are now going to, what is the meaning of switchtest2.java? The file name is switchtest2.java means we are going to create a file by name switchtest2. The class name is switchtest2. Okay. Look, public class switchtest2. Next, open the brace. Next comes the main function. We call the main function public static void main in bracket string args, close the bracket. Open the brace. Next, int day is equal to initial is 2. Change it to 6 or 7 and try again. Okay, fine. Now look, for the time being, now int day we have initialized with 2. Okay, fine. Then string day type semicolon, again string day string semicolon. Two string data type. One is day type, the other is day string. So part of this program is the repetition of the previous program. We will see it. Switch day. Switch in bracket day. Open the brace. Then look, case 1 colon day string is equal to Monday. That is with the double quote semicolon. Next break semicolon. Case 2 day string is equal to Tuesday with the double quote semicolon. Break semicolon. Next. Case 3 colon day string is equal to Wednesday. That which is with the double quote semicolon. Next break semicolon. Now comes case 4 semicolon. Day string is equal to Thursday, the which is with the double quote, then put semicolon, then break, semicolon. Case 5 colon, day string is equal to Friday, that which is with the double quote, then semicolon, next line, break, semicolon. Then case 6 colon, day string is equal to Saturday, that which is with the double quote, semicolon, next break, semicolon. Case 7 colon, day string is equal to Sunday, that which is within double quote, then semicolon, next break, semicolon. Next default, a day string is equal to invalid day, that is within double quote, semicolon, then close the brace. So the switch case for the day is now over. Look, one switch case for a day is over. From here to here. All the day string from Monday to Sunday is listed here. Fine. It is the same part. It is the same as we did in the previous program. Next comes again switch day in bracket. Again day. Switch in bracket. Day. Open the brace. This time we are using multiple cases without break statement. Look, multiple cases without break statement. Look. Case 1 colon. Next line case 2 colon. Next line case 3 colon. Next line case 4 colon. Next line case 5 colon. After that date type is equal to weekday. Put a semicolon. Break. All these cases, case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 5 are all date type is actually weekday. All these are weekday. Then break. Then comes case 6 colon case 7. This case 6 and case 7. Date type is equal to weekend. Within double quote weekend semicolon. Next break. Look, that's it. So there is two varieties of. One is weekday and the other is weekend day. So from 1 to 5 it is weekday. 6 to 7, 6 and 7 is weekend day. Again break. Next default is equal to date type is equal to invalid date type. Invalid date type. That means it's within double quote. Then actually put a semicolon. Semicolon. Next line. Close the brace. Close the brace for this switch. For this switch, we are now closing the brace at this point. Next, system.out.print line in bracket. Day string plus within double quote is a. That much is a is within double quote. There is a space between the opening quote and is, and there is a space between the last is the EA and closing quote. So is a both left side as well as right side, there is a minimum of 1 character space that is needed. Then only we will be getting a clear legible display. Plus date type. Plus date type. Day string is a plus day string plus is a. That means is with a double quote plus date type. Close the bracket. Semicolon. Okay. Then this is the closing brace for the main function. The static void main functions closing brace has come at this point. And then this is the closing brace for the entire program. That's actually the entire switch test 2 class definition. Switch test 2 class definition is coming to an end at this point. That means it is the end of the program. That's the end of the program. Now look, the program has come to an end. Now we will just save everything. Now we will just click. See, Tuesday is a weekday. Actually, we have initialized with the 2. Look, into day is equal to 2. So Tuesday is a weekday. Now look, suppose we were putting, we had actually put it as say 1 instead of 2. I would put 1. So then again, that will be Monday. Look, again. See, Monday is a weekday. Now let us try 6 or 7. These weekend days. We will put instead of 1 and 2, we will now put, see, 6. I have put now 6. Look. I have saved everything. Now look. Yeah, okay. Saturday is a weekend. Saturday is a weekend. It's actually a weekend, not a weekday. Saturday and Sunday are weekend. Look, weekend. So Saturday is a weekend. Look, there is space between Saturday and is a. After A also there is a space because we have very clearly left this 1 character space. See in this double quote. This opening double quote, opening quote, there is a space. After is a, again there is a space for the closing quote. That's why this is very legible. Saturday is a weekend. It's very simple program. Look, this is also very, very simple program. I think it's very clear to you. Now we will come to an end. Yeah, Java iteration statements. Java iteration statements. In bracket I have put, look, for, comma, while and do while. These are the 3. For, while and do while. Close the bracket. Look. Java's iteration statements are for, comma, while and do while. So that they are for, then while and do while. Full stop. These statements create what we commonly call looping constructs. What we commonly call as looping constructs. As we already know, a loop repeatedly executes the same instructions until a termination condition is met. Until a termination condition is met. See the first one, let us discuss about while loop. While loop. The while loop is Java's most fundamental looping construct. That is the most fundamental loop construct or looping construct. Okay, full stop. It repeats a statement or block as long as its controlling expression is true. As long as its controlling expression is true. Full stop. Here is the general form. Look, while in bracket condition. Next line, open the brace, then body of the loop. After that, the closing brace. So while in bracket condition, next line, open the brace, body of the loop, then close the brace. The condition can be any Boolean expression. The condition can be any Boolean expression. The body of the loop will be executed as long as the conditional expression is true. When condition becomes false, control passes to the next line of code immediately following the loop. Fine. Yeah, we are coming with another program. We are using the same package, my package 03. What is it? My package 03. We are actually coming with a while loop. Look, this is a while loop. So, okay, since you know the mechanism of keeping one more class inside the given package, you know it. See, this is my package 03. Right click, go to new, come down to class, just type in the name of the class that you are going to create. In this case, it is while. Just click, just type while. You please tick public static void main string also. You know, it should be. You know the process of incorporating one more class inside a given package. You know it's very well. Simply I was just showing it once again. So we will come to this program. Look, package my package 03 semicolon. Look, here is a while loop that counts down from 10, printing exactly 10 lines of tick. See, a line by name tick is being printed 10 times. Okay. Demonstrate the while loop. You know, we have 3 loops in this Java. See, the for loop, then the while loop and the do while loop. So now we are starting with the while loop. Okay. Public class while. See, I have made this while WHILE. W is capital. Look, public class while. So this particular program we are calling as while.java. It will be called as while.java. Because the class name is while, the file name is while.java. So public class while, then open the brace, next public static void main in bracket string args, close the bracket. Then open the brace, next we are declaring a variable by name n, int n is equal to 10. Int n is equal to 10 semicolon. Then we are using the while loop, while in bracket n greater than 0, close the bracket, open the brace, system.out.println in bracket tick is within double quote, plus n, then the index n, close the bracket, put semicolon. Then next step is n minus minus. N is now decremented. Originally n is 10. Then in each iteration n is decremented by 1. So n minus 1. N is equal to n minus 1. So that's the meaning of n minus minus. N is equal to n minus 1. For each iteration n is decremented by 1. Okay, after that the closing brace. The while loop is coming to an end at this point. And here this is actually the closing brace for the main function, the closing brace for the main function, and this the closing brace for the definition of the class while, W capital. for the class while's definition is coming to an end at this point. That means the program has come to an end. It's a very, very, very simple program. Now look, the program has come to an end. Now look, we will save everything, then click this icon to run it. Yeah, we are getting, see, tick 10, because originally n is equal to 10. So print tick plus n is equal to 10. Then after that, tick 10, tick 9, tick 8, tick 7, tick 6, tick 5, tick 4, tick 3, tick 2, tick 1. See, 10 times. Okay. It's very simple, an iteration. From 10, we are going down up to 1. That's why n greater than 0. It is not equal to 0, n greater than 0. Fine. It's a very simple program. It's a while loop, very simple while loop in Java. I think it's very simple. We will now come to an end. Yeah, a not on while loop. Here is a small not on while loop. Look. Since the while loop evaluates its conditional expression at the start of the loop, comma, the body of the loop will not execute even once if the condition is false to begin with. Fine. If the condition is false to begin with, the body of the loop will not execute even once. For example, in the following code fragment, comma, the call to print line is never executed. Yeah, let us see the code. Int a is equal to 10, comma, b is equal to 20, semicolon. A is assigned with 10 and b is assigned with 20, semicolon. Next, while. We are using the while loop, while in bracket a greater than b. Close the bracket. While a greater than b. System dot out dot print line in bracket. This will not be displayed. Close the bracket, semicolon. Of course, this will not be displayed because a is 10 and b is equated to 20. While a greater than b doesn't occur at all. A greater than b doesn't satisfy at all. So this entire system.out.println statement will not get displayed. Fine. From the very beginning, not even a single iteration is going to work out because the very statement, the condition itself is wrong from the starting itself. A greater than b doesn't occur. Fine. Next, another point. The body of a while loop in bracket or any other of Java loops, close the bracket, can be empty. This is because a null statement in bracket, one that consists only of a semicolon, close the bracket, is syntactically valid in Java. It is syntactically valid in Java. For example, consider the following program. We are considering a small program. Next. Yeah, let us discuss the next program. Yeah, next program also we are using the same package. So package my package 03 semicolon. We are using the same package my package 03 for this program also. The name of this program is, the class name is nobody. Okay, fine. As you know how to create a new class in a given package. You know the process very well. You have to just right click, go to new, come down to class, click, and here you keep the name of the class. Here it is nobody, and here you click this also. You know this process very well. I am not again and again repeating it. Okay, fine. I am just giving you a reminder also. That's all, just a reminder. You know that process very well, I know. Now look, we will go into the program. Fine. Package, my package 03 semicolon. Look, some comments I have put. The target of a loop can be empty. Look, call this file as nobody.java. What does it mean? We are going to create a class by name nobody. Yeah, public class nobody. Open the brace, next line, open the brace. Then we are calling the main function public static void main in bracket string or close the bracket. Open the brace. Next, int I comma j semicolon. Two variables I and j of type int I comma j semicolon. Next, I is equal to 100 semicolon. Then j is equal to 200 semicolon. So we have initialized I with 100 and j with 200. Okay, fine. Now look, a small program wherein we are going to find the midpoint between I and j. I is 100, then j is 200. See, find midpoint. The comment is like this. Look, find midpoint between I and j. The midpoint between I and j. So for that, we are using a while loop with no body. Look, while in bracket plus I less than minus j. Close the bracket, put a semicolon. No body in this loop. There is no body in this loop. See, while plus I less than minus j. Close the bracket. There you look. Normally we never keep a semicolon after the while statement. But here you have to keep a semicolon. Look. While in bracket plus I less than minus j. Close the bracket. Put a semicolon. So then see, no body in this loop. Okay, fine. Next line, system.out.println in bracket, midpoint is, that much is within double quote. Midpoint is, that is within double quote, plus I. Close the bracket, put semicolon. You can equally change it to j also. Instead of I, you can keep j also. It will make the same result. System.out.println in bracket, midpoint is, that much is within double quote, plus I. Close the bracket, put semicolon. Then this is the closing brace for the main function. This is the closing brace for the main function. After that, this is the closing brace for the class definition of nobody. Nobody classes definition is coming to an end at this point. That means the program is coming to an end at this point. Fine, it's very simple. Now we will just go and save everything here. Now we will run it. Just click this icon. Run nobody. See, the midpoint is 150. The midpoint is 150. You know, the midpoint between 100 and 200 is 150. It's that very simple a program. See, no body in this loop. This loop doesn't have a body. Fine. Now look, it will come to an end. Yeah, in this program, we are coming out with what is called an infinite loop. This is an infinite loop. Using a while loop, we can create an infinite loop. See, it's very simple. We are using the same package. My package is 03. So, my package is 03 only we are again using. You know the mechanism of adding a new class into a given package. I don't have to again and again I don't have to explain it. Now we are directly going into the program. Fine. Package, my package is 03 semicolon. Some comments I have put. Java infinite while loop. Java infinite while loop. If you pass true in the while loop, it will be an infinite while loop. It will be a infinite while loop. Fine. Syntax is very simple. Look, while in bracket you pass true. Close the bracket. Then open the brace. Next, you can write the code to be executed. After that, close the brace. After that, close the brace. Now look, this is actually a very simple mechanism. But you should be very quick. Otherwise, this infinite loop will go forever. You have to terminate it. Control plus C will not work. You have to use this terminate symbol here. Look, this icon, terminate icon is here. This you have to use. I will show you how to do it. So our class name is while example. It's the name of the class is while example. You know how to create a new class in a given package. So the name of the class is while example. So obviously the file name will be while example.java. While example.java file. So public class while example. Next line, open the brace. Then we are calling the main function. Look, public static void main in bracket, string args, close the bracket. Then open the brace. Then while in bracket you pass true, close the bracket. Then open the brace. Then you write system.out.println in bracket, infinity while loop. Infinity while loop. That which is within double quote, close the bracket, put semicolon. Fine. Then close the brace of the while loop. Next, close the brace for the main static void main, the main function. That also you close here. This is the closing brace for that. Now this is the final thing. This is actually the closing brace of the entire program. That's actually the definition of while example is coming to an end at this point. That means the program has come to an end. The definition of the class while example. The name of the class is while example has come to an end at this point. That means it is the end of the program. Fine. It's a very, very simple program. There is a while loop to which we have passed the Boolean value true. That's all. And then we have written a small code, system.out.println in bracket, infinity while loop. Look, everything is closed. Now look, we have saved everything. So just you please observe that it's going to be a big while infinity loop. Look, here you click. See, you are getting, yeah, I have stopped it. See, I have stopped it by clicking this terminate icon. Terminate. Look, terminate icon. Again. And again, run it. I'll show you. See, the loop will be running like this. See, just to click this terminate. Yeah, that's it. The moment you are clicking this terminate, it is now stopping. Infinity. It didn't even close one single line by the time it is closed. It has stopped. This is the only way to terminate. Otherwise, it will go on executing like this. You have to terminate the very program. And you have to close the IDE. So be very careful. This is the mechanism to terminate the infinity while loop. Look, terminate. This actually will terminate the program. So this is the only way in this. See, you don't use Control plus C, nothing of the sort. It will not work. This terminate symbol is here. This icon is there, terminate. It will be turned red when it is running. Look, I'll show you. So it's turned red. Click and stop it. That's it. I think it's very, very simple. And you understood it very simply, very, very simple program. That actually the code is concerned, there is nothing inside. See, it's only a matter of while in bracket you are passing true. Then you are writing some small one-line code. Then you are running the program. You will be getting an infinite loop. The loop will not end unless you, by force, terminate it using this terminate icon like this. Okay, fine. We'll come to an end.